Over the last 9 years, people have continually inquired, what is Bodify's secret sauce? And I truly believe that we don't do anything sexy. We have simply mastered the mundane. And the consultation process is not unlike any other process, but if you don't break it down into a series of steps, if you don't master those steps, you can't master the whole. And the problem with that is then you're paying for leads. You're paying your front office to book those leads into consultations. You're paying a staff member to do the consultation. But if we are not effectively converting more prospects into paying clients, we need to look at what we're actually doing during that consultation to help us move the needle in the right way. And why am I so passionate about this? Because you, just like me, believes that you has a service that's actually going to positively impact somebody. You don't want someone to go to the provider down the street because they might not be as capable as you. You don't want them to use another technology down the street because maybe that technology isn't the right fit for them. And worst of all, you certainly don't want them to do nothing because then they stay in a position of frustration or angst or being demoralized or sadness or anxiety or whatever it is that that body issue, hair issue, skin issue is creating for them. And so following a framework is very, very important. And one of the steps in that framework that I see people often not do very well is when they are presenting the offer to the individual. They kind of show up and they throw up, they give them a ton of different options. They don't ask a closing question. And then there's no surprise that that person feels confused, pumps the brakes and says, wow, this is a lot to digest. Let me think about it. So in this next few minutes, I'm going to give you a really clear framework and how to present two different offers for whatever service or technology you're offering that's going to keep it consistent, simple, and it's going to compel the person to take the next step. So whenever you're presenting the offer, I just want you to have two different offers, kind of like the gold star and then the medium star. The two choices are going to help people narrow their focus, decide what they want to do, and not be overwhelmed with too many options. So the same framework is going to happen with kind of the top offer as well as the offer right under it. And this is the framework. You're always going to present the retail pricing, right? Then you're going to talk about the offer that you're able to give them because they came into your clinic during this promotional time. You are then going to tell them what the investment is for the treatment or the product or service or whatever you've built for them. You are then going to highlight the savings, and then you are going to end with some type of statement or phrase that reinvigorates their excitement and that brightness of future about what's going to happen when they move forward. We do not want to end with price or investment or cost because nobody wants to spend money. So let me give you a quick example. Sam, your transformation is going to take place over 3 office visits. And typically to transform that abdomen, your investment would be $10,200. But as you know, you came to Bodify at a great time. And right now, when you invest in the first 2 treatment sessions, your third one is totally free on us so we can really wow you. Your investment's going to drop all the way to $7,778 for that, which is an incredible savings of more than $2,020. Yes, you are welcome. And that's just going to allow you to hit that beach in 6 months. I know you've been waiting for that family vacation. You want to get in the photos. You don't want to be the person taking the photos. And I just know we can really get you the outcome that you're looking for, right? So retail, promotion, investment, savings, and then brightness of future. In that scenario, I had to pull from the consultation what Sam had told me, that he felt embarrassed to be in photos, that he was always the person taking the photos, and he had an upcoming trip and he really wanted to be on the beach with his kids in the photos, not feeling self-conscious. So I weave that back in because inevitably people buy emotionally and justify logically. So that would be the first option, and then you would present a second option. So maybe the second option is, Sam, you can also transform over 2 office visits. Your result's not going to be as dramatic, but is certainly still a wonderful place to start and see a meaningful result for you. And then you'd run through the same thing. After you do these 2 offers, you have to ask a closing question. You need to put the ball back in their court. Which of these 2 offers is most attractive to you? When's your timeline for getting started? What other information do you need from me to make a decision? What's my next step? How do these sound? Any type of open-ended question that puts the ball back in their court so that they can either say, yes, I'm ready to move forward, ask an additional question, which you can answer, or maybe they'll hit you with an objection and then you can eloquently handle that as well. Hopefully this was helpful, but again, retail, promotion, investment, savings, and then end with that brightness of future about what you are going to help them achieve. So that's the last thing in their mind and not the cost. Do that with the next offer that you have, and then wrap it up with a beautiful and eloquent closing question that puts the ball in their court.